Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Magic Arena Run. Today we are going to be, doing the Dragon Brawl Festival. So this one is 5 pre-constructed Historic Brawl decks. And it's, okay, the best way to go about it is to take a look at it. First things first, I'm going to switch over to headphones so that you don't hear an apparent echo if I play it off the computer monitor. So we're going to go over the 5 different decks here. So, interesting of note that the only one that actually that has an actual Alchemy Horizons Baldur's Gate commander is the Miirym Sentinel Worm. Everything else uses Strixhaven, New Capenna. You would think that they would be able to use even some of the Dominaria ones. Those would, well, maybe not Arcades. And I would probably say that maybe these other ones are a bit more interesting color-wise. Let's see what they have to offer. We're going to save. We'll start with Miirym because this is the obvious Dragon Matters brawl deck. So for those who are not familiar with Miirym, Sentinel Worm, flying in Ward 2, whenever another non-token dragon enters the battlefield under your control, create a token that's a copy of it, and it's basically make a non-legendary copy of that token. So you can make two or more dragons. You can make 2 dragons for the price of 1. Very interesting to note that this deck has ways of cloning a duplicate of a random creature card because this is all dragons v dragons. Cards like Clone Crafter, Agent of Rafine are going to draw cards for us. That's going to be interesting. So we have, let's see, Corlessa, Scale Singer, Launis. Okay, Launis mostly for the investigate. Though I'm not so I've not really seen Launis played that much. I think maybe just a Legend VD video on this. Let's see, we have Snowborn Simulacra. This one seems to be one of the bigger hits. Conjure a duplicate of each of X target non-token permanents into your hand. And if X is 5 or more, you actually just put them straight in the battlefield. So this is pretty much a 7 mana spell to look forward to. Lots of dragons to be on the lookout for. Also a lot of copying. So we got Orvar the All-Form, Spark Double, Mythos of Illuna, Undercover Operative, Vizier of Many Faces. So there are several dragons, but there's a lot of copying to go to. So I would go through every deck, but we're going to start with this one first. We'll probably take a look at the decks as we go along. Makes for a faster video. Now, generally, I'm generally a fan if two mana decks over 2 color decks over 3 color decks. That said, I did play with Miirym in the last Phantom draft, so I'm actually something I'm looking forward to. Let's give that one a shot. Also, probably should. No, it should be over here. There we go. So we do get free mulligan, but we have our lands in order. Got Scaled Nurture. Earthquake Dragon might be a problem. At least we have Heaven and Earth as some sort of removal. Also, Earthquake Dragon is based on mana value. No need to reveal a dragon card. I'd say we go. Yeah, we could just go. Probably have to go blue here. We have a command tower, but actually that would have been a good argument for going green, I suppose. We at least have kit. Okay, opponent having their ramp with Spell Satchel. This is a bit of a ways to work there. We will land Scale Nurture first. Then probably Gate to Sea Tower Kinnan. So now it's 13 to cast. Maybe it's a. So the real dream is basically a Miirym into. Ooh, this feels like standard all of a sudden. Not in a good way. So this makes 2 green mana. I have heaven, I don't have earth. I guess we played the gate to sea tower, we land Kinnan. We don't exactly have anything to cast this into, so we're gonna pass. It's a bit of feels bad here. Opponent is gonna land the Galazet quite soon. Although it does give Heaven a neato target, so to speak. Having utility dragons that don't actually fly kind of works here, I suppose. So we do get a Sentinel lock here. I don't know if our opponent's actually pitching Saheeli. Okay, it does give us an idea what the Galazet Prismari deck does. I'm actually hoping our opponent taps out. Though we have to remember that opponent's deck could still have counter magic. This is probably the caveats of not looking forward, because this does tap for mana, and actually they now have 3 mana on store, so we're actually gonna just take. We might just try to set our opponent back by sniping Galazet for the time being. We could wait for our opponent to cast something, but I'd rather get this out of the way now. We do want to land Miirym. There is also the possibility where we just nuke our board, play Earth, just wipe everything. It does make let's say we actually nuke our board, we lose Scaled Nurture. This becomes 15. 15 minus 6 is 9 mana. It's closer, but no, not really Cigar. Though, and we can't exactly Mirror Hall Mystic that. Now Miirym can just go on defense, but that's real feels bad here. We could also go Kinnan, Bonder Prodigy, start rolling the dice, but we kind of want to land Miirym first. We can kind of roll the dice afterwards. If our opponent really does nothing, we do get to Earthquake Dragon. But it does mean taking a hit from not 1 but 2 Ancient Copper Dragons, so maybe we kind of goofed off by we might have goofed a bit with the aggro Ancient Copper Dragon. We really needed an answer to Reflection. I noticed that the deck does not really have that many cheap answers, so that is a bit of a minus. So the fear would be whatever instants and sorceries are here. We probably just have to take it. Nine treasures. Still quite bad, but could be worse. If our opponent passes, it's possible they might have a counters, which a counter spell like Spell Swindle would be really bad. Although Earthquake Dragon, this is it's an ETB trigger, which is even not so great. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we return Kinnan. Now the question is, do they have another 5 mana? They will have to actually sacrifice tokens to get Spell Satchel down. And to be fair, I do expect every deck to have at least an ancient for each of their colors. So next turn the reflection is still a threat, but at least our opponent is, yeah, at least we got that bit down, and our opponent's gonna need quite a bit of help to wipe the 10/10s. It's not impossible. Now we can also do Mirror Hall Mimic on Earthquake Dragon. Oh wow, we could just start making as many Earthquake Dragons as possible here, assuming nothing happens to the board. It is a big if. We were fortunate that, actually I'll take a look at the deck list if there is any counter magic here. Now we have to note that these don't have any actual protection other than their sheer size. So that would make Magma Opus going for the tap. Opponent is probably, okay, let's say our opponent goes 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, let's assume our opponent does copy Copper Dragon. Yeah, the tap is quite brutal. So is the Magma Opus, in fact. So we have to block 6. Okay, so let's see. 6, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, this is definitely lethal. No good way around it. Magma Opus ruins games. Yeah, the lack of protection was an issue there. Though, to be fair, Ward 2 is not exactly very big protection at that. I guess we could go for another. Oh, it is raining heavy right now. I'm actually glad it did not. It's starting to rain now, rather than earlier. I was actually out on a. Like a sports/team building event. I'm actually gonna close the window. After. I guess we could keep this. And okay, better offer is a good way to start things off. But we will go for turn 2 Signet. Now, so we can go for X equals 3. Also, let's see. Undercover Operative if they drop a good creature. Vizier of Many Faces kind of does the same thing. Opponent not really doing either means I'm willing to play the Taxidermist. Let's see, maybe this deck does have counter magic. It does have counter magic. And it's artifact flavored. Okay, at least we know that one much. Okay, we are X equals, we have 5 mana. Gale's Redirection, and you may cast it. Okay, if our opponent goes... Now, actually, so I want to see if our opponent does anything. Because Gale's redirect... Okay, Gale's redirection is going to be a bit of a feel bad here. It does set our opponent back. I'm actually willing to do that. We don't get the real benefit of this. Like, our opponent can choose to send this to their command zone back, but it does set them back quite a bit. Long enough for us to drop our Miirym, and then we can maybe do a double Lausanne. Reckoner Bank Buster. Yeah, we're not going to be able to do double Miirym. We could do a better offer, x equals 5. There are some juicy targets here, if I'm not mistaken. Ooh, opponent is digging for mana. Maybe our opponent has a sweeper for this. No, they don't. They just concede. So that's basically the power of Miirym. If you get a very decent dragon and the opponent doesn't have a good response to it, they just they kind of fold. But now we've seen the Galazet Prismari deck go twice in a row. I really want to take a look at that. And nice call to Lausanne. Let's see what Galazet Prismari has to offer for us. Expecting a lot of treasure synergies, artifact synergies. There's a finale, so lots of instants and sorceries as well. We did see the multiple choice. Yeah, we're gonna see good cards like Fight with Fire, Land Restorm. The adventures are pretty good fits here. Although we are not actually seeing a lot of the adventures from... We're not actually seeing a lot of the adventures from Alchemy Horizons. Like, yeah, we have Gale, but we don't have either of the young dragons. Those do have an adventure half. And even the young red dragon's adventure half is create a treasure, so it does fit either way. So many ways to adjust the deck. But there is a significant instant sorcery team here. We do have Baral, we have Goblin Electromancer to make things more annoying. They do have counter magic, Reptilic Rebuke, Hypnotic Sprite, although this one's a bit limited. Let's see. Tempted by the... Okay, they have a Spell Swindle. So not too many counter spells, which is kind of expected. They do have a lot of steel creature effects, though. Stolen by the... No, this is not some steel creature. Tempted by the Auric. Okay, so just one. I think... Yeah, just one. Expansion Explosion is the big hitter here. Yeah, we'll give Galazet a shot here. Let's see how Galazet pans out here. That second game went a lot more quickly. So Treasure Token. We have a lot of options here. We can go Treasure Token or we can Bone Crusher if need be. We are actually up against Shadrick Silverquill, so I guess we know who we're doing. Opponent takes the free mulligan. I am willing to pitch Creative Outburst. I didn't see Mystic's Mastery, so we're not exactly buying back. Okay. We do have an Arcane Bombardment, something to... Please no protection magic. I'm gonna be so annoyed. Okay, they let it go. But I'm now concerned that they might actually have a way to protect their stuff. I guess we cast them Bone Crusher. Oh, Manatide would be a pop. Would they even put Manatide here? Now there is a 1 mana removal spell for white here. It does give us a Seek card though. It will be like if they go for it, use that on Bone Crusher Giant, we will get the 2-mana card. Hanged Executioner. I guess I will swing. Don't actually have any intention to protect it, so we will just go Augur Bolas. Depths of Desire. But we need to start hitting land drops. Those were our land drops. Ooh. War Leader. So opponent not going for it yet. Kind of buying time. We could increasing Vengeance Brazen Borrower if it gets to that. Aegir Spellbound. Yeah, because Hanged Executioner is just floating removal. Okay, he's actually taking it. So you know what, we're just gonna annoy our opponent even further. Though we could actually just do it with the blue mana here. Yeah, we'll hold. So this is an attack trigger. Yeah, it's a bit of a feel bad. We're just abusing the fact that our opponent's not really doing anything. Although we are honestly in a losing position here. We really need to hit that land. Okay, we hit that land. So I can Galazet into another treasure token. Now our opponent could just choose to exile this in response, but it does set them back though. Now they, okay, maybe they do have protection magic. And this is perpetual. So it's a good thing we fired it off already. We got that one. So we have 6 mana. Probably not casting Bombardment. We could just cast Outburst. Ooh, opponent's going for the 1-2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 1 more mana for a creative outburst on the war leader. We will have a lot of things that need to block, but okay, we hit it. So and we probably want to look for a land. Yeah, we want the land. We're taking Command Tower. Opponent now incentivized to finally block. They do have a free block on the Augur. So Arcane Bombardment by itself doesn't do anything, but neither do the rest of our spells. They're all just copy effects. Sure. They haven't even played Shadrix yet, but let's see, if we go Arcane Bombardment, do we have, oh, we have two instants and sorceries. But we definitely want to go Arcane Bombardment first, see if our opponent has something for it. Okay. Because if it's Creative Outburst, we can kind of win right there. No, does this have a way to gain life? No. Oh wait. I still swing with both. So yeah, this is actually quite powerful if the opponent doesn't have any way to. Doesn't have disrupt. Well, they have removal, but not much in the way of disruption. I really want to investigate this deck next. So actually another trick we can do is we can flash back to reduce the number of dud spells we can get. Although if I can hit another land, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not enough. Opponent concedes right there. They actually they've kind of figured that we are going to get the perpetual effects though are going to. Now that is a very powerful perpetual effect to hit on the commander. It was just unfortunate that our opponent still had to deal with the 3/4 afterwards, but could be worse. But now let's take a look at the next deck, which is Shadrick Silverquill. I want to see if because our opponent was just repeatedly playing what was that? Leonin War Leader. It just kept getting bounced. They really lost a lot of tempo, having to play the same thing over and over again. This is definitely go wide, gain life deck. It's the go wide is definite there. The life gain helps. Felidar Retreat. Yeah, this is definitely go wide. Liliana's Mastery. No Meat Hook Massacre. But we do get Ethereal Absolution, Soon's Intervention. Yeah, so lots of tokens true and true, even the Ancient Gold Dragon to assist there. Teysa Karlov to assist. Mintara of the Absolute. Definitely go wide tokens. You have to win very quickly with this one. As clearly evidenced by the previous game, if you're not able to land in a solid number of threats, you are not getting anywhere. Now the go tall. Now we did have the option to get a Draconic Intervention. I probably would have taken that if our opponent actually was able to go wide. Okay, so Ziatora is next. Looks like no one's really playing Tannis or Pondrix. But this is a super hard. You're gonna have a hard time convincing me to keep this. We don't have anything to do for. We don't have anything to do for. Even if we land all 4 lands, I'd rather just take the mulligan now. So his cards call Path to Bravery is an interesting one. Restoration's fine. Okay, we can keep this. Though I think our opponent's deck might be even faster than ours, so we might be in trouble. Do I even want to do Isgard's Call? Or do I just want to play the... Or do I just want to play the equipment right now? I don't exactly have anything to equip it to. But it's kind of burning a hole in my deck right now. Just play. We'll just play it. Maybe our opponent might respond to it. This is definite. 9 times out of 10, this is probably a mistake. It's just our opponent's not really doing anything for the most part. Now, because we have a Felidar Retreat, I might not take the... Now, this is usually cheap ramp, but I might not even take... Because it ETBs the land tap. Yeah, I might not take that option. No, it's... Opponent does have a skull. It does. They took their fine time getting there. Well, we are about to tech the 6. Maybe we do discard it. Does our opponent have a way to exile that? Probably didn't want to bother with it. Now I could just play the Path to Bravery whenever you gain equal to number of attacking creatures. We are about to attack with this one soon. Yeah, let's play the Path to Bravery. Our opponent hasn't demonstrated a really big threat, even though Ziatora is about to land. Yeah, we are taking a definite risk here, trying to get Felidar Retreat online. Ooh, sacrifice a creature. Whenever you sacrifice, okay, they might go for sacrificing this. So each opponent discards a creature. Okay, that's fine. So remember, Felidar Retreat first, because that's kind of what we set up to do. I guess we put a cat. Now here's a question. If, let's say our opponent did sacrifice the Woe Eater. What would we discard? Archon might not be so bad. Though everything being trees, pumping their... I might actually discard the Archon. Actually, no. Maybe we do... We could pitch Cemetery Protector. I definitely want to block because we... Like, I want to attack with this creature to generate it. Like, I want to put one here just to pump it up a bit, but for me to do that, I guess we play Adeline. I'm also concerned that our opponent might have a... Guess we make another white cat beast. Let's see if our opponent has removal. This would be really bad if... Okay, no clear removal yet, so we might as well swing. So we're actually gonna gain 2 life out of this. We will probably lose the token. Yeah, yeah, might as well free block. But we do get a 7-8 out in the process. I'm actually surprised our opponent doesn't quite have okay, they're even chumping. Oh, did they have removal for this? Sacrifice a creature. Sacrifice the token. Whenever a non-token... Oh, so that's why they killed the Dockside Chef last time. But now they have to drop something big. That said, Ziatora sacking the Woe Eater can probably kill Adeline. I'll probably end up pitching... I'll probably end up pitching Blot Out the Sky. It's super win more. I might rather just go for a Cemetery Protector. Wait, is this mana value? No, it's power. So if they really want to kill something, it's gonna... They will get treasures out of it, so it's... And they will get Squirrel Sanctuary back, so it's not the worst. Opponent probably not incentivized to swing with Woe Eater. They're not I don't think they want to take the risk that I just block it. Sure, they have might have removal for this, but yeah, they want to snipe something. But now that all the squirrel tokens are gone, I'm now incentivized to actually play Harmonious Archon. Well, okay. That will kill Architect of Restoration. And remember, yeah, we will pitch Blot. So we can go Harmonious Archon, swing with... Ooh. Cemetery Protector is also an option. Oh, it had flash. That shows you how little I played with this card. So if I were to equip this, I wanted to get +4/+4. I need to make another cat. We can't really do full swings, so Path of Bravery not exactly tripping quite yet. We have to land the Harmonious Archon first before you even think of something like Shadrick's Silver Quill. Opponent digging. I wanted to, but it does show a point that, well, maybe only because we landed all these big creatures, but we've not had a reason to cast Shadrick's quite yet. Fatal Grudge. Each opponent chooses the shares. What did they sack? Enchantment. So I say we lose the Felidar Retreat now. They could sack the squirrel to snipe the spirit. Reasonable play. Nope, they're not going for it. No, we have only 7 mana, so Rumor Gatherer doesn't really do much. We have to go Harmonious Archon. So, oh, we can... Now our opponent can chump block 1 creature. We will still snipe Ziatora anyway. Okay, they're just chump block mode. Now they might, now this deck might have a board wipe. I would not be surprised if it did. Opponent is scrying out, trying to scry their way out of this. We will probably play Shadrix next turn if it gets to that. Yeah, you really have to go wide, or it's go wide or go home, and we were able to go wide here. So good. So there we go. Another solid hit there. Okay, let's claim this one. That leaves us one more deck. Tanizer Quandrix. Double the power. Sure, double the power of each. So I'm wondering why I haven't seen. Oh wait, no, we've gone this tree. No, we're doing we haven't done Ziatora. We haven't done Tanizer yet. So let's do Ziatora first. So this is definitely a lot of sacrificing. I did expect to see a Corvold. Junji is a good one to sacrifice. We did Judith is expected. The usual suspects: Woe Strider, Skullport Merchant. No Mayhem Devil. Would that have been too broken? But we do see the Tenda Pest, Dark Dweller Oracle. This is now a common. At least if you play Double Masters. We even get Darigas the Reincarnated. This is... I guess this is interesting to sacrifice. We do have Belladross, Ancient Brass Dragon. What does this do? Any number of... Okay, so number of creature cards with based on mana value. Okay. So it's all about them Jund Dragons, but it's really all about sacrifice. We're going to see a lot of the alchemy cards here. Kami of Mourning. Actually, no. Is that it? I kind of expected... Ooh, Bastion of Remembrance. Again, no Meathook Massacre. We do get Yawgmoth. Yeah, so lots of sacrificing all throughout. So let's see how this one goes. Okay, so we do have all our colors, so we can go turn 1 Squirrel Sanctuary, turn 2 Acquisitioner. So having a curve is nice. It does explain why we do see it quite heavy on the 1, 2, 3, 4 slots. Definitely keeping this one. We are a ways away from we do have to hit all our colors. Opponent playing Miirym, we know how brutal that deck can be. Opponent Glasspool Mimic. We never landed the Glasspool Mimic, but this would have been even more busted. Taxidermist, so we can blitz it, sort of, but we'll probably just pass. Also note that we have to pay 1 mana to return the Squirrel Sanctuary, so might be a bit of a setback. The real setback to us is that our opponent was able to hit their mana ramp without us being able to punish it. I might have to... Opponent's gonna name Dragon. Now we could slow our opponent down with the Grave Lighter. Holding up mana playing Midnight Reaper is a play. Now our opponent is short on the red mana. Does this produce cut mana? No, it's just a buff plus look at top 3 cards. Yeah, so that Grave Lighter was pretty decent. I should also consider playing the Proving Ground. I really want to play Midnight Reaper though. Yeah, I guess we do that. We play Midnight Reaper. Do they have a counter spell? Not really. Opponent going for the... Do they have a pump effect? No, not that either. So we... So also the nice thing with that, we do get to get Squirrel Sanctuary back. And we hit the land, so we could play the Squirrel Sanctuary off this. Probably don't want to. Next turn I might just land Junji. Realm Walker. Okay, so we're probably only swinging with Grave Lighter. Opponent is kind of stuck on mana, so remember they went first. Okay, now we don't have a sacrifice outlet. So we could get a sacrifice outlet next turn if we are willing to just depends on our opponent's board state. If our opponent even as much as has 2 mana hold up, I probably won't drop Ziatora. Lapis Orb, okay, so that's still 2 mana hold up. That's still counterspell territory. We're just gonna swing normal. I don't think the deck has Cyclone Summoner, so I am willing to unload everything. So what is the effect if I'm getting Junji killed? Each opponent discards 2 cards and loses 2 life. Reanimate, no, we're gonna probably do the first one if it gets to that. Opponent really missing the red mana. That was really brutal. I'm going to send the Cursebound Witch because I want to see what card we get off this. Also, this is probably one of the weaker... Well, the Scry 2 is actually relevant for our opponent right now. Heaven, X equals 5. So, okay. Put target non-dragon. Oh, we can put a... Yeah, we can put a target non-dragon. I'll lose the 2 life. I could actually get their Taxidermist or Kinnan. But we'll actually get our Grave Lighter. Auto pay that. Decline. Draw a lot of cards. Draw even more cards. I guess we just put the screws on our opponent in this case. So they are gonna have to sacrifice. Well, they could actually lose the 5 life. They're not dead yet. No, they're gonna sacrifice it. They really need to hit that red mana. They need 2 red mana. They're most likely gonna just go for Miirym. Kura, Flying Death Touch, and a free Scry 2. So we can actually just tran our way out of this. Hold on, what's this death effect? Create an X expiry token where X is the number of lands you control, X equals 6. Best bet is to just swing with every... Hold on, let's also play the Sanctuary first. I do like the idea of Corvold into Ziatora. I want to see which one our opponent blocks. They might just block the Midnight Reaper. And I could fake it out by just, well... Keep playing this Historic Sanctuary. Opponent probably gonna sack this. Yeah, they're actually kind of forced to sack now. They are going for the X Spirit token. They could go for Miirym now, but their life total is so low that it probably doesn't matter at this point. And I could just hardcast Ziatora, just ping them directly. Yeah, opponent kind of sees that line. That's how they could just hold on to a counter spell, but our board is already full at this point. Yeah, we got that one. So that leaves us the one deck that we haven't seen anyone play. I really wonder why. So let's take a look at the Tanzer Quandrix deck. Why has no one touched this? So my understanding of this is, okay, there's definitely a +1/+1, okay, kind of a rampant +1/+1 counter team, which is kind of similar to the Dragon deck. But this definitely has a +1/+1 counter team. So what are the cards that... Well, we get a lot of Hydras. We get the Oran Reef Ooze to... So we do finally get to see the bonus of the amended effect, but only an Oran. So it's that into Fractals. We do Hardened Scales. I guess it's... The reason no one... Well, there is a fight rigging, but... Maybe it's the lack of I think there was a Gnarlid colony. There should at least be a Gnarlid colony in Pride Malkin. That would make that would add the +1/+1 counters just fine. I think no, not Symmetry Sage. Yeah, Symmetry Sage, the 4/4. That okay. So this one's super sketchy. We only have 2 lands to start with. We will mull. This one's much better. 3 lands. We might even go Pelt Collector, Pollen Bright. I do want to hit the fight rigging. Okay, we have a way to hit fight rigging right away, so we will go the aggro route. We are skipping on the ambitious Dragonborn right now, but... Oh, we even hit the Kodama. But this one is on deals combat damage. I'm actually going to offer the trade. Opponent doesn't take it. Definitely planning to go wide. So I could make this into a 3/3. Ooh, opponent goes for the Virtue first. And we can hit lands with it. So we can wait on the fight rigging. Yeah, we'll swing with this too. Yeah, that's our ramp plan. So ambitious Dragonborn ETBs as a 3/3. And creature cards in your grave. Okay, so we might just do fight rigging. Alternately, we can do contentious plan, proliferate, though that feels I think I want to do fight rigging. Being able to spread +1/+1 counters onto Kodama and the Pollen Bright is a big deal. We have to note that white-black should have good removal. So probably our best laid plan's not. Oh, that's it. Well, to be fair, it is annoying. Like, I could put it here, force our opponent to trade off two of their tokens. I could also pass, wait for the next turn so I can hold a contentious plan. Although Tanazir doubling the counters on Pelt Collector would be really funny, but I'll only do that if our opponent taps out. Also note that our opponent can also go with the go wide plan as well. They can start stacking counters here. It does make it more annoying. It does mean I want to make it into an 8, make it into a 9, get their fight rigging, get awakening down. Interesting set of plays. Now this is just okay, it's a dumb creature with haste, and the timing is at the beginning of combat, so we actually do get to swing. Do they have a removal for Pelt Collector? Well, I have to put it here. He's the only one with +1/+1 counters. Kind of want to just put it in the Pollen Bright Druid. Do need to be careful with our mana. Well, these ETB's tapped, so it's not too brutal. They might have a way to just remove this as attacking. Valorous stance. Okay, that's fair. So but we do need to start hitting lands. I might just cast Ambitious Dragonborn to keep going. Yeah, they have a Sanctuary Warden. This is just it does have trample, so it's not too bad. I think we have it ETB tab. So I make this into a 6/6. When it attacks, you may have the base of other creatures you control. Base power and toughness, so it actually buffs this one really big. Yeah, I want to put it in Tanazir. And yeah, opponent concedes that one. Our opponent went wide, but we were able to go tall, so actually... And also, yeah, our opponent only had Valorous Stance as removal, so the lack of... there isn't that much removal. I think I would say Galat Zet Prismari has the most removal of the decks from my initial impressions, but it is kind of easy to get the sequence that you want in this series. So shouldn't be. So you should be able to chain off your place, and that's pretty much how all these brawl decks work. Now, will these decks work well if you were to just port them over directly to Historic Brawl? Not without changes. There are a lot of things that you could add to bump up the power level significantly. Since there are 5 decks, do, do test it out on your own time. I consider this homework. That's going to be it for this episode of the Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications and whatnot. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you guys again next time. Take care. God bless. Stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone. Take care.